cool.
Weird.
We're seeing Deadpool! Oh my gosh!
Think about winning yet.
My sister has it. Yes. It's you.
I know.
Wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Time for my summer sizzle, cool as a cherry popsicle.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's happening. It's dish time. I've always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Be it Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello, everyone. This is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Ron E. Bradley. I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day, morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, middle of the afternoon, like it is here, or wherever you may be. I hope that it is fan-flippin-tastic. Good to see everybody coming on in to the chat from the Vash Sky Park Cast. Excellent show over there today with Vash and MJ and was it Jared? Oh, no, I was watching it a while ago, so but hopefully get that right. You guys can let me know. I might have missed people on the show if he had people coming in and out. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate that. If you're watching this on the replay, this is recorded from a previously live show. It's live now while I'm doing it, but if you're watching on the replay, it's not live when you're watching it on the replay. So anyway, but if you are live or replay, click the like button, please. That helps. Click the like. If there's a hype button, I don't know if there is. There may or may not be a hype button, but please hype it up. That helps. We are really, really close. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. I'm sitting at, let me look right now. I am 3 subscribers away from 16,200 subscribers. So as we are building towards that 17,000 number, we crossed 16,000 a little bit ago. And so, yes, we want to grow subscribers and members and everybody. I feel like I'm closer to the camera than I usually am. Why is it so weird looking? Anyway, I am by myself today, by the way. So, and it's not going to be a super long show. And one of the reasons I'm by myself is, but replay. If you're watching this as a replay, it was a live show, but please do comment below, replay gang, or any other comment that you're wanting to make right now. We appreciate all that. Thank you guys, every single one of you that is here and popping up in the chat or watching this in the background or ninja watching or whatever you're doing. We appreciate all of you. You are the apple in my eye. You are the cream in my coffee. What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, okay. You're the apple in my eye. You're the cream in my coffee. You're the gigawatts. And of course, you are, as you know, you are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy! This stuff's the greatest!
Oh my gosh. I tell you what, I need energy today. Yesterday, if you missed it, I was supposed to stream at my normal time yesterday at 3:05 p.m. And I apologize for missing it. I have moved it to tomorrow at 3:05 p.m. after the pro show tomorrow. I don't know if there will be, I don't know the exact schedule on Thursday. So I don't know if I might be interrupting something else that comes on after the pro show on Thursday. I don't know. I know Vash comes on later on Thursdays and then Marvin's on later on Thursdays than that. So I'm trying to take the high ground coming in tomorrow at 3:00. Hopefully everything's good for that. But here's the deal. I may be coming down with something. I feel like my body's fighting something off. There's stuff going on. I've taken extra vitamin C and zinc and all that kind of stuff today. Fingers crossed, trying to eat healthy, chicken soup and all that. So I hopefully prayers that I overcome it before it becomes a full-blown illness. But yesterday what happened is I wasn't feeling like sick or any symptoms like that, but I couldn't wake up. Could not wake up. And I'm thinking now today that I'm feeling this kind of whatever's going on, that I'm fighting. I have energy today, but I feel like my body's fighting something off. And I'm wondering if that's what it was yesterday. Because I couldn't do the show. I physically could not do the show, which is weird. And I hate that for me. I hate that for you, because I always want to be here for you all. But yeah, I couldn't do it. So that is another reason why I figured I didn't want to involve anybody else today, because I'm not sure how long of a show I can do today. That is also a reason why the goal is what it is today, to get me to sing despite whatever the heck is going on. So you can see I'm here. If I sing really bad through a stuffed up nose or something like that. Anyhow, hail to everybody that is in the chat. I see Freedom Seeker. Freedom Seeker is out there. And he's not my Huckleberry today, but that's okay. O2RR, hello. Bash Sky Park Cast Raid. Kathleen Fantazi, Mom is out there. Everybody say hi, Mom. Woofle McGruffle. It's the Woofle McGruffle Shuffle now. Hello, Ron from Longarua. Good to see you in the chat, Longarua. I saw the other comment that you'll be ninja watching there. And Kit Kat is here. So, hello, everybody say hi to Kit Kat. Meow. My beautiful wife is in the chat. Hello, baby. Hi, baby. Did you see the link that I sent you for that thing? Anyway. Lady Gamester. Hello, Lady Gamester. And Kit Kat, I don't know if that's, do you like the sizzle clip, or you're more like the, oh no, please don't play the sizzle clip anymore. Please don't play it. Yay, I understand. PJ, Penny is here. Hi, Penny. I appreciate, Penny gives me a lot of support. She comes in on almost every single one of my shorts, almost every single one of my videos, and makes comments, and I super duper appreciate that. You are such a great supporter, and I literally appreciate everything you do. So thank you so much, Penny. Troy, just pretending this is a replay. Lady Gamester, give me the trophy, a little medal there. Hi, Ron. Hi, Andrew. Very good to see you in the chat. Erica's here. Erica and Raph is here. Huh, that's interesting. I will get to that. Got my credits for Outlaw Run finally last week. Such an amazing ride, and definitely my favorite RMC so far. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you. And we love support. This is an interactive show, just to let you guys know. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that you as audience are part of the show, which is a huge deal, especially on a day like today. I'm alone, so you being part of the show, huge deal. And I appreciate every single one of you being here, chiming in, and when there is extra chiming in, like a super chat or super thanks, super sticker, PayPal, buy me coffee, somebody becomes a member, somebody drops memberships, gifted memberships, all those wonderful things, that support we get from you. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. We appreciate it so much. It helps keep the lights on, helps keep the studio run, and soon it will be buying a new laptop so that I'm not roboting anymore, hopefully, which is a big deal. That's coming in soon. I'm kind of waiting for Prime Day to see if there's any special deals that I can get on something. So, yeah, we shall see. But I got to get one because of my plan. If you saw the last Supergirl individual video that I cut from the dish, so here's what's going on with that right now. So right now, when I'm cutting videos from the dish and I'm roboting, I have to cover that up when I'm recutting the video. So that's when more B-roll plays and stuff like that. And I don't want that to happen. So the more smooth I can get the initial video from a new laptop, the easier it'll be for me to cut videos from the dish show and make more videos and put a lot more content out, because I don't want to put crap content. I don't want to put good content out for you guys. So yes, indeed. So I am super grateful for all the support that I get. We celebrate that support. We celebrate as a community together in the chat below. When we have the support and we're celebrating, we do it with fun little dance clips, sometimes personalized clips. And when we're doing that, so please play along with us. It's like a game. It's like fun. You put little emojis down in the chat, fun, fireworks, super, whatever, smiley face, hearts in the chat. We celebrate together as a community. If you are a member of the channel, there's custom emojis available for you. And if somebody drops 50 memberships, woohoo, we'll celebrate a ton. So anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to show you what a celebration looks like by practicing together right now. Let's do it. Let's celebrate. Troy, I celebrate privately. Nice. Okay, so there's a question up here about how do I generate WJB daily? I use Epidemic Sound, and I'm pretty sure the link to Epidemic Sound is in the description of the video. There is, on rare occasions, I've used AI to generate music, but for the most part, most of the music, like the music you just heard, I'm a subscriber to Epidemic Sound, and I have a referral link in the description of the video. So if you want to use Epidemic Sound, use my referral link. I don't know if there's a discount or anything. I don't get credit for it. Anyhow, oh look, there's a celebration stuff. Yay! I see it now. Sometimes there is a delay in what I'm doing live, and you know, yeah, easy for me. Not so easy for me to say. Guys, we do have some support. We're starting off already from O to RR, 1 out of the 5. By the way, if we get the goal, if we get all 4 of the super chats in the next 42 minutes or so, because the goal has a wind down time on it of less than an hour. If we get the goal, request a song. I will attempt to sing it, and it could be any song. Of course, if I get a number of different requests, I will pick the song that I can probably sing the best for you. So you get a chance to hear what I sound like singing, whether you think it sucks or not, and you can just make fun of it all day long if you want. That's okay. I can take the heat. O2RR for 499 says, came across an employment opening at Gatorland, so I decided to apply, so I've got nothing to lose. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Thank you, O2RR. Wishing you get the job at Gatorland. If I knew your name, and you can email me if you want. You've got there's a link to that. I can put in a good word for you with friends that I have there. I mean, I don't know if it'll help, but hopefully, yeah, man, if you get something, I'm planning on going over to visit soon. There's a part of me that kind of is contemplating buying an annual pass, just because with an AP, I could just walk over there from my house. I think it's about a 20-minute walk for me to it's literally like a 1-minute drive. But anyway, yeah. And then I could just go over there for like a half an hour at a time, or just go over and film some stuff and get some B-roll, whatever. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad deal. But yeah, thank you, O2RR. We got to play your clip. I have a new clip for somebody. I'm working on a whole bunch of clips right now. The Seabrew clip, whenever he comes back in, or she, I think it's a he. Anyway, the Seabrew clip is so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love it when it pops up. And I have another one, but I haven't seen that one in the chat either. Freedom, I'm working on yours too. But right now, we're all going to celebrate O2RR. Thank you. And I suppose it's probably not a bad idea if we start on some of the stories that we have today. There are more of them to get to than there were when I was planning the show. Thank you for the thanks and the support. And of course, Just to get it out of the way, I gotta acknowledge it. I don't like starting this way, but it is I would feel really, really remiss and kind of rude. Um honestly, if I did not acknowledge that we have some sad, somewhat. This comes to us out of the Hollywood Reporter. David Chase, the Ring star and voice of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch, has passed away, dies at age 35. She was 8 when she played the voice of Lilo. The actress who broke out as a child star also appeared in Donnie Darko and Big Love. This is sad. She's only 35. I don't like I don't like having to deal with stories like this, but it's very Disney related. She played the voice of Lilo, and that character is very beloved to a lot of people. I really enjoyed the live action version of Lilo and Stitch, more so myself than the animated version, but there's a lot of fans who really loved the animated version even way more than the live action, so I totally understand that. David Chase, best known as the child star in the horror film The Ring and also the voice of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch, has died. She was 35. The actress's boyfriend, Roy Hernandez, told TMZ that Chase died Tuesday after battling meningitis and an infection in her blood that led to septic issues. By the way, this is by Jason Merritt. I want to give Jason credit for writing this out of the Hollywood Reporter. Born in 1990, Chase rose to fame with several starring roles, including 2002's The Ring. Her role as Samara Morgan spooked audiences and led to an MTV Movie Award for Best Villain that same year. She also voiced Lilo in Disney's animated Lilo and Stitch and nabbed an Annie Award for Best Voice Acting in an Animated Feature Production. She also received nominations at the Phoenix Film Critics Society Award for both roles. Chase is also known for roles in Donnie Darko, Big Love, recurring in 32 episodes of the HBO drama Sabrina the Teenage Witch, ER, Mercy, and Beethoven's Fifth. Her last acting credit on IMDb is in 2016 for the video game Let It Die. Well, that's a little bit ironic, sad. Since then, Chase had several brushes with the law, including charges of drug possession and joyriding in a stolen car. She was also questioned in regards to the death of a man who was left outside a Los Angeles hospital. Shortly before her death, Hernandez launched a GoFundMe for Chase. David Chase, my girlfriend, has always been a light in my life, he said. Many people know her as a talented childhood actor from Lilo and Stitch, Spirited Away, and Donnie Darko, he wrote, but behind the scenes, she's faced more than her share of hardship after a difficult childhood and painful falling out with her family. David was bullied and struggled to find safety and happiness in downtown LA. When we met, I promised to protect her, give her the love and comfort she deserved. Together, we found moments of happiness and hope. Recently, everything changed. David was diagnosed with meningitis and several serious blood infections. Her condition has become critical, and the doctors have told me she may not have much time left. All she ever wanted was a place where we could go live together, feel safe, and be happy. Now more than ever, I want to give her that. Yes, this is a sad story to start things off with, and I do apologize because I don't like to deal with the sad stories, but Disney child star. Not really, she wasn't so much a Disney child star, having voiced Lilo, not really in the limelight, so to speak. But man, tough. Andrew Brake says, yeah, Kit Kat, you're right. So very sad. Yeah, I was hanging with Pro on Monday. So didn't know he was posting pics. But yes, I was hanging with Pro on Monday. Yes, very sad indeed. Freedom Seeker says, I've only seen the live action version. I've been told that's not acceptable. Listen, I'll be honest with you. When I've tried to watch the cartoon version all the way through, it's difficult for me. It's something about the way it's drawn. I have a hard time with it. Lilo's super cute, don't get me wrong. But yeah, definitely too young, not cool. Lady Gamester, she likes the animated version. I don't know. Probably the timing of it too. When it first came out, when Lilo and Stitch came out, I was 30 something, I think. I don't know. It just wasn't particularly on my radar, I would say. But regardless, it is a sad story, and yeah. Oh, please not Cars Land. Please not Cars Land. Yeah. Yeah, the parks haven't been super busy this week. Hey, but why don't I share a story of what might make the parks busy? This isn't really a story exactly, but so I'm not gonna introduce this with a regular. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to introduce this with. This next thing that I'm going to bring up is probably the most adultish of Disney adultish things. So let's have our good friend Gaffigan introduce this about Disney adults.
You know, now there are adults without children that go to Disney, and they're called weirdos. Very nice people, absolutely crazy. Even the Comic-Con people are like, yeah, they're a little frightening. I mean, I got a Batman living room, but these people are scary.
Yes, the big thing at Disney for the adults, of course, is the Food and Wine, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. Yeah, I mean, it's for the Disney adults. Here is the Eat to the Beat concert lineup. Let me see if I can blow it up for you a little bit. Maybe you can see it better if I blow it up like this. Better. Ooh, there we go. All right, so here it is, the Eat to the Beat concert series presented clearly by Enterprise Rental Car. And this is kind of a big deal. All right, here it is. Eat to the Beat. I don't know what that Food and Wine, Mexico is up there, Canada, China. Concert lineup presented by Enterprise. I believe this just came out today. I just saw it for the first time today. Starting things off with Hanson, who I do believe I saw a bit of last year. I don't know, was I live streaming that? I know I saw Hanson last year. I don't know if I think I might have been live streaming it. I'm not sure. Of course, that's the famous boy group that did the Bop, and I know none of their other songs. It was funny because it was funny to me because I know none of their other songs, but they clearly have fans that were there. And so like, yeah, I knew bop, bop, ba-da, bop, ba-da, 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 ba. I don't know the words to that song, but is that what Go and Shogi says? I think you were there with Lorena, but not streaming. Okay, so maybe she was streaming it, and I was hanging out with Lorena there. That's very, very possible. And was it last year? Was it year before last? Man, I'm telling you, time is going by. Since I've been doing the YouTube thing, it's so different. Hey, Go and Shogi, by the way. Hi. Yes, Tiffany. Tiffany's coming in. Thank you, Erlo. Now we got The War and Treaty, which I have never heard of until I saw this. Also, Yellow Card, which I never heard of so I saw this. Also, Couch, which I've never heard of. And also Fits and Tantrums, which I've never heard of. I can't believe how many of these. Am I just old or what? I don't know. I've never heard of Fits and Tantrums. Mercy Me. So you got, okay, so Hanson is the only August date. And then you got War and Treaty, September 4th and 5th. Yellow Card, 6th and 7th. Couch, September 11th and 12th. Fits and Tantrum, September 13th and 14th. I've never heard of Mercy Me. I've heard of Grupo Mania, baby. I don't know. Sounds like a Latin group, Grupo Mania. Newfound Glory, is Newfound Glory, is that a Christian group? That sounds like a Christian, could be a Christian group. I don't know. Smash Mouth. Hey, now you're a rock star. I know that one. Ray Ruiz is October 5th and the 6th. So maybe for your birthday, maybe if you're watching, we could go see Ray Ruiz. Tiffany is on the 7th and 8th. And we've got The Fray, October 12th and 13th. Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. And not the same Starship that starships are meant to fly. No, that's a totally different Starship. Ben Rector. And that's October 19th and 20th. Alan Stone, October 21st, 22nd. Lauren Elena. Also, people, I don't know who they are. That sounds like a country star. I don't know if it is. Alan Stone also sounds like a country star. Don't know if it is. Bowling for Soup, October 28th and 29th. Boys to Men, who I have enjoyed many times in the past. November 2nd and 3rd. That's right after my birthday. Maybe I'll go for my birthday to see Boys to Men. We've got Big Head, Todd, and the Monsters, who I've also never heard of, as well as Grace Potter on November 9th and 10th, and the Beach Boys, who I've definitely heard of, on November the 11th and 12th. So there it is. There is the lineup. Saludos. Saludos, baby. Have you heard of, who is it? Grupo Mania or Ray Ruiz? Do you know who those are? I don't know. But you might know. There's a band called Bread, too. Gotta love the 90s. So if you go see Bread and Bowling for Soup, that sounds like that's going to be a good meal, right? I can bring up the words, so I can happily sing Bop. I can also sing if I get the goal and you request Titanic, then I would sing it. I could sing it in Italian. There's a couple songs I could sing in Italian, and one of them happens to be a Boys to Men song. No, not Boys to Men. It's not Boys to Men. I'm sorry. It's not Backstreet. It might be a Backstreet Boys song. It's I know the Italian. Quit playing games with my heart. That is Backstreet Boys, right? Quit playing games with my heart. Anyway, I know that song in Italian. Non può lasciarmi così. Non può lasciarmi così. Anyway, there's a possibility there. So anyhow, but those are what we got for the Eat to the Beat concert series lineup. There you go. And now, even though it's technically not our first story, I want to get to it as our first story because the other ones were breaking today and not quite the same as our regular first story. So let's get our first regular story on the screen. This comes to us out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you have not done so yet. Sorry, I was checking something. Toy Story 5 eyes a massive $150 million box office for opening weekend as Disney tries to rebound from The Mandalorian and Grogu. June 17th, 2026. Reported by Mr. Marvin Montanaro. You know him, you love him. You watched him earlier today on That Park Place. Marvin Montanaro, our own Woody and Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story 5 teaser trailer by YouTube and Pixar. Disney's and Pixar's Toy Story 5 is tracking towards one of the biggest box office openings of 2026, with industry estimates currently projecting a domestic debut between $145 million and $150 million opening weekend. Wow. While those numbers would be cause for celebration inside Disney headquarters, they also highlight a growing reality facing the entertainment giant. The company increasingly relies on nostalgia-fueled sequels to offset expensive disappointments elsewhere across its film slate. Boy, was that the case last year. Man, you remember last year's film slate? Only toward the end of the year did they rope it in. Part of that was Avatar, and even that, as much money as it made, was still considered somewhat of a disappointment. I think it probably it may have broken even, and it needed a lot of money. But I'm not sure what the deal is exactly with the Avatar movies, because it's kind of a different deal. But yeah, the last year's slate, starting with like Snow White and all of the Marvel movies last year, they all lost money, including Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal. Yeah, not a good deal. Yeah, according to early tracking, Toy Story 5 could become the biggest opening weekend of the year, surpassing the Super Mario Galaxy movie and setting a new franchise record in the process. Some analysts believe the film could climb even higher, potentially reaching between 160 million and 175 million if family audiences turn out in force. And I'll be honest, we'll probably go. I don't know if we'll go like right in the first weekend, but we're certainly going to go soon. But yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, I know we've been rewatching Toy Story 1 through 4 in our household here to kind of get ready for it. So kind of got to go to this one. And there have been a lot of box office things we kind of missed out on earlier. I don't typically go to review movies. That I've been toying with the idea that I may have to start going to more movies by myself, just to sit there, watch them, and review them. But I prefer to go see a movie with my family, and just go as a regular patron and give my opinion as a dad, a patron, rather than like a movie reviewer. But now that I'm in this space, and even more so in pop culture and how it relates to the theme parks and stuff, I'm starting to realize that it might be helpful to you as my audience if I go see more of these movies and let you know how I feel about them. It's just some of them I really honestly hate giving money to. So I don't know. It's I've been toying with it, and it's a tough idea for me, but it could happen anyway. For Disney, that kind of box office performance for Toy Story 5 would be more than just another hit. It would be a much needed rebound following a string of theatrical struggles that have raised questions about the company's ability to launch new franchises and maintain audience enthusiasm for several of its biggest brands. Disney needs Toy Story 5 to deliver. The timing of Toy Story 5's release could not be better for Disney. The company's return to theaters for Star Wars with The Mandalorian and Grogu failed to produce the kind of event-level box office performance many expected from the first live-action movie from the franchise in years. Instead, the film suffered steep drops and is on pace to finish as the lowest grossing theatrical entry in Star Wars history. What makes that even worse is when it gets adjusted for inflation. Oh, that's not good. Hey, look, it's Jonas's old avatar. Everybody, can we give it up with some type of applause or emojis or something for Jonas's old avatar there in this particular picture? Because we love it and we miss it. Bring Jonas back. Please bring Jonas back. Yeah, bring Jonas back. Just kidding. Anyhow, that studio disappointment followed years of uneven results for both Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios. While Disney once enjoyed a seemingly endless string of Marvel hits, audience enthusiasm for the Marvel Cinematic Universe has cooled significantly. We're about to do a story that relates to that, but gets even worse for the other one. the non-Disney one. Captain America Brave New World failed to generate the type of box office success that earlier MCU installments routinely enjoyed, continuing a trend that has included underperformers such as The Marvels, Thunderbolts, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, not to mention several recent Disney Plus projects that struggled to capture broad audience interest. That even includes the recent Daredevil Born Again series, which I wanted to like because it was the continuation of Daredevil from the Netflix days. But my gosh, when you watch Daredevil Born Again against the Netflix days of Daredevil, you realize that Disney's got a big problem when it comes to their staff, their writing teams, their everybody that's involved, because the acting's still fine. Obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio delivered. But the writing, wow, it's just I'm grateful that the writers for like the Spider-Man franchise, that's pretty much I think covered by Sony. So the Spider-Man franchise, the new Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day, ought to be okay, hopefully. Anyway, original films continue to struggle. We've seen that with Hoppers, right? One of the biggest challenges facing Disney today is the growing gap between the performance of the original films and established franchises. Recent Pixar releases, such as Elio and Hoppers, failed to generate the same level of audience interest enjoyed by sequels built around recognizable characters. While Disney executives frequently speak about the importance of creating the next generation of beloved franchises, moviegoers continue to show a stronger preference for returning to worlds they already know. I don't think that's necessarily just because they know these worlds. I think it's because what they're giving us that is new, and we do want something new, but we want something new that doesn't suck. like come on Disney, give us something new, but also something that doesn't suck. There's joy and anxiety. Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2 returns the mind of you can read all that. Anyway, when Disney releases a sequel to a proven property such as Inside Out, Zootopia, Toy Story, audiences often show up in massive numbers. Even Moana 2 wasn't nearly as good as the original Moana, but people showed up. I do wonder about what's going to happen to Moana, the live action. And we'll probably go see that one. I love the music of Moana, so I'm not thrilled about the character design of the Rock's live action version of Maui. If you're going to give him a bodysuit, why don't you just make him look like Maui, like big whatever. Anyway, when the company releases something new, the results are far less predictable. The success of Inside Out 2 demonstrated just how valuable these legacy franchises remain. The film became one of the Disney's biggest hits in years and helped offset losses and underperformance elsewhere in the company's theatrical portfolio. The same thing happened with Zootopia 2, and now Disney appears poised to ask Toy Story 5, what is this, like 30 years after the original, to do the same thing. A franchise Disney can still count on. The Toy Story franchise remains one of Disney's most valuable assets. The previous film, Toy Story 4, opened to approximately $120 million domestically before ultimately crossing the $1 billion mark worldwide. The series has generated billions in box office revenue, merchandise sales, publishing, gaming, and theme park integration since the original film debuted in 1995. Disney clearly hopes audiences are ready to return once again, and I'm sure they are. Look, Toy Story is such a beloved franchise. It's almost impossible to believe that they could go wrong with the Toy Story movie. I've heard things about this being a kind of a girl boss movie, or this is Jesse's movie or whatever, and I don't really think that matters. Toy Story, I wouldn't exactly classify that as purely a boy brand. It doesn't feel to me like it's a boy brand, not in the way that Marvel has been a boy brand or Star Wars has been a boy brand. And the thing about Marvel and Star Wars is if you leave them as they are, the brands still attract female viewers and girls, and because there's always girls that want to become heroes, and the princess movies aren't exactly boy brands, but if guys like music, I mean, you can be very much of a You can be very much of a boy and still appreciate the princess movies because they have the prince or the hero or the rescue, whatever. They look, if you let brands be what they are, they're going to attract both sides of the audience and it will be fair. Look, families have kids with brothers and sisters. They got to take them to both movies anyway. So let them be what they are. And then let the chips fall how they will. But as far as Toy Story 5 is concerned, I think it's really good for Disney, for the company, for Josh Tomorrow especially. He didn't really have anything to do with the creation of it, but he needs a win under his belt. And with news like that, it's probably going to shift the stock up. No financial advice on this channel whatsoever. But my guess is Mandalorian and Grogu probably drove the stock numbers down. They were under 100 for a while. Let me check and see where they are right now. We're doing this live. It's still kind of flat, to be honest with you. It's really I mean, this is not great for Disney. $100.86 is still pretty flat. Again, no financial advice. I'm just showing you to show you where it's at. You look at that line, you see how flat that is. Hey, Nightwing, good to see you up there in the chat. And if we go to a month, it's still a pretty flat line, honestly. If we go a year out, downhill, and boy, when you go 5 years out, 5 years, not looking good. So, yeah. So maybe Toy Story can have the success Disney needs to revive the company. There's a really good chance. I hope Toy Story 5 doesn't go into the woke territory, because if it does, I think that's going to kill its chances of becoming $1 billion movie. The first weekend of Toy Story 5 is going to determine whether or not people are really liking this enough to tell all their neighbors and loved ones to go see it, how the reviews are. People are really paying attention to reviews, especially YouTube reviews online, because with YouTube reviews, you get a lot of influence from people that you trust. People that you see eye to eye with, and that's very, very important. He's going Shogi. The stock line would make a miserable and boring roller coaster. You bet it would, man. But yeah, so there you have it. Toy Story 5. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. Do you think it'll bring in a Billy or not? If it does, it would be only, well, depending on what Michael does. If Michael crosses the $1 billion mark, which it could soon, Toy Story will either be the second or third $1 billion movie of the year, because right now, as far as I know, we're only sitting at the one, and that's Mario. Will it bring in a Billy? I don't know. Will it sell toys? That's a bigger question, because the toys from Toy Story sales, that's a huge deal. It's very helpful. So the real question is Toy Story 5, 31 years after the original, will it be enough to keep Disney going even longer? Will there be a Toy Story 6? Well, we'll all be waiting to find out soon enough.
Back to Super Chats.
Lady Game Shirt. No, this is not a super chat. I sold my Disney stock, started business in 2005 for $220 a share. Wow. Well, it was good back then. O2RR has, I got that one earlier. I got that one earlier. We got to get Kit Kat, though. Kit Kat comes in for $5. Let's hear Ron sing a song. She wants to make that goal. We got 2 out of the 5 so far. Can we do it? Well, we only got 4 minutes left, so I don't know. I tell you what, I will let the goal go past the 4 minutes, and if we if I don't see 3 supers of $5 each in the next 4 minutes, but I do see them during the rest of the course of the show, I will count it towards the goal, and we'll still count it. It'll be good. How about that? Let's hear Ron sing for $5. But right now, we got to give everybody the clip they know, the clip they love. Everybody, let's help us celebrate Kit Kat. Yay! Oh, we love the Kit Kat clip. Kit Kat, that's awesome. And O2RR says, can't do it now, but I have a future gift for you. Well, I will take a gift now. I will take it in the future. I will take it whenever it is. Please, everybody help me celebrate our good friend O2RR and R again. It's somewhere over here. There it is. O2RR. And now it's time for the headline. Oh, I don't always love bringing news like this. It's really funny. I don't like to be negative. I like to celebrate success. No, it's true. I do.
Right.
No, I really do. I love celebrating success. I don't like it when things get kind of weird. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like it at all. But sometimes, unfortunately, things get a little weird. Things get a little awkward. And, well, sometimes there's just not great news to share.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
Out of thatparkplace.com, bookmark it if you have not done so yet. Supergirl. Opening box office projections fall below the Marvels. Let me repeat that. Below the Marvels. It could lose to Toy Story 5 in opening weekend. As far as what we just like. So I guess Toy Story 5 is opening the weekend before, but even a second weekend drop in Toy Story 5 means Toy Story 5 could still beat the opening weekend. The Toy Story 5 in the second weekend, I think, is what it's saying, could beat the opening weekend of Supergirl, which it probably will. I don't see this movie attracting a lot of eyeballs. Let me know in the chat. Are you excited to go see Supergirl? Does anything about the marketing entice you? Is it so? And look, let's see. I don't think that I saw the Marvels in theaters. No, I did not see them. No, I didn't see the Marvels in theaters. No. But the Marvels, once I watched it, I was like, oh, it had a lot of problems, had a lot of flaws, but it had some okay parts to it. I did not see Secret Invasion. I didn't see Secret Invasion, the series, so apparently that was a lead-in to the Marvels, and I didn't watch it. So I still haven't watched it. I've tried to watch it, and it's so freaking boring that I just haven't been able to. Kit Kat says she has no desire to see Supergirl whatsoever. I would pay people to not see it. And O2RR says, boo, boo. I said that would be a good clip. The boo clip from Princess Bride. I need that clip. That would be a good clip. Thank you for reminding me. I need to make a note of that. Well, let's see what we got. You got and you know, it's funny because when you look at Millie Alcock currently, even next to Brie Larson's Captain Marvel scowl, I still say that Brie Larson wins the day on that one. The box office warning signs for Supergirl continue to pile up. Just weeks before release, the latest box office tracking has cut projections for the upcoming DC Studios film once again, and the new estimates put it in territory Warner Brothers almost certainly hoped to avoid. I got to tell you, I'm looking at this potential Paramount Skydance buyout of Warner Brothers, and I got to be honest, it's just looking better and better because clearly things need to change with creative over at Warner. According to the latest long-range forecast from Box Office Pro, Supergirl is now projected to open between 45 million and 55 million domestically when it arrives in theaters on June 26th. That represents another drop from earlier estimates that had the film tracking closer to the mid $50 million to mid $60 million range. And the bigger concern is what those numbers mean in context. Eesh. So I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, what does this mean also, not just for Supergirl, but going forward with anything more in the James Gunn DC universe? It's like, are they going to need to quit while they're behind? They're in the middle of making things for this. I haven't heard good things about Lanterns. I have not liked a single thing that James Gunn has touched when it comes to the DC universe. I don't think they're going to ask him to switch directions. I don't think we go back to Snyderverse either. I don't think you can go back to, you just can't retread Snyderverse. I think she looks like a boy. They picked the weirdest facial expression on her face for the Supergirl trailer. She looks weird in almost every shot. Well, that's their choice. They chose to do that. And some people are saying, well, it mirrors more of what Supergirl's like in the comic books. But I have said over and over and over again, the source material from the comic books does not always translate from page to screen that well. You have to make adaptations sometimes. The bigger concern is what those numbers mean in context. And getting back to the story, tracking continues to slide with me. But a few weeks ago, Deadline reported Supergirl was tracking for a $55 million plus opening weekend. Box Office Theory's forecast similarly placed the film in the low to mid $50 million range. Now, Box Office Pro has lowered its projection range to 45 to 55 million. Ooh. That puts the film below the opening weekends of several DC movies that were widely viewed as disappointments, including Black Adam, $67 million, Aquaman, $67.8 million. However, Aquaman was good, so it scored up on the upward, and potentially even The Flash at $55 million. Out of those, yeah, you look at those. I liked Black Adam. I actually really did. Didn't love it, but it was passable as a superhero movie, and I enjoyed it. Aquaman, I thought was fantastic. I love that they just went all into the lore. Not Aquaman 2, but the original Aquaman, I really, really enjoyed. The Flash was maybe one of the worst, if not the worst superhero movie I've ever seen, especially since the year 2000. Ugh, God, The Flash was awful. For a film arriving just 1 year after Superman opened to $125 million domestically, those numbers are difficult to ignore. Ooh, especially with how Superman ended up legging out. Supergirl is now being compared to the Marvels. Perhaps the most alarming comparison is not another DC film, it's the Marvels. Yes. When Marvel Studios released the Marvels in 2023, the film opened to approximately $47 million domestically, setting the record for the lowest opening weekend in MCU history. The movie would go on to become one of the biggest financial disappointments Marvel has ever released and finished its theatrical run as the lowest grossing film in franchise history. And it wasn't even that horrible. I mean, there were things about it that were pretty awful, but if you looked at it as a comedy, it was almost passable. Now look at where Supergirl is tracking. The low end of Box Office Pro's forecast sits at 45 million. That means the film could potentially open below the Marvels. If it reaches the high end of projections, it would finish only about 8 million ahead of the movie that became synonymous with Marvel's box office struggles. That comparison matters because the Marvels didn't simply lose money, it damaged Marvel's reputation. I don't see how you damage. I don't know. Does James Gunn have a good reputation running DC? I don't know. But anyway, just to let you know, guys, it looks like the goal, technically, the timing on the goal expired. If we do get the 3 other $5 super chats, I will call that part of the goal. If you want to chime in, you're more than welcome to. Don't have to, and certainly don't. If you can't, please don't. That'd be awful. But I appreciate anything that comes in because you guys are awesome. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that this is the movie that damaged the reputation. It's also funny. So you see Photon or Spectrum, as she's sometimes called there on the right. Her appearance in WandaVision, I thought it was fine. I'm totally on board with it, totally okay with it. Ms. Marvel, I really, really like Iman Vellani. I like her in the role. And I thought Brie Larson actually did a better job as Captain Marvel in the Marvels than she did in her previous outings as Captain Marvel. But the movie itself had some woke elements to it, some elements I didn't like. I don't know, a lot of bad timing. The film became a symbol of growing disconnect between studio expectations and audience enthusiasm. Its weak opening, steep drops, and disappointing final gross fueled months of discussion about superhero fatigue and whether audiences were beginning to reject films that once seemed guaranteed to succeed. Warner Brothers and DC Studios certainly don't want their newest franchise installment being mentioned in the same breath. And now here's where we relate to the last story. Toy Story 5 could win Supergirl's opening weekend. As troubling as the opening projections are, another problem may be waiting. Pixar's Toy Story 5 opens 1 week before Supergirl, which I think is this weekend, right? It's tracking for a massive debut. Current forecast suggests the Disney sequel could open north of $160 million. You know, when you think about it, if this is opening this weekend and this Father's Day weekend, that means a lot of dads may be taking their sons to go see Toy Story because it was one of their favorite. Toy Story 1 was one of their favorite, films as a kid, and now they're sharing that with a second generation. And depending on where they are, maybe even a third, possibly. I don't know, but yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy. Second weekend will coincide directly with Supergirl's opening frame. The math is brutal for Supergirl. If Toy Story 5 opens to 160 million and drops typical 50% in the second weekend, Pixar's sequel could still bring in roughly $80 million. Even with a steeper 60% decline, it would earn around $64 million second weekend. If that happens, Warner Brothers could find itself facing headlines that Supergirl not only opened below expectations, but failed to take the number 1 spot during its first weekend in theaters. On top of that, the following weekend will see the release of Minions and Monsters, which is set to be another massive family movie this summer. Oh, yeah, Minions and Monsters. I think that'll be better than Toy Story 5. That's just my opinion. But anyway, goes on to talk about this being a critical test for the DCU. And thank you for the reminder, O2RR. Fake Wizard, streaming 7 p.m. and Pro at 9, which I was going to try and stream this into, but I don't know that the link was up yet. when I was looking for it. But yeah, anybody in the chat like Superman last year? I was not a fan of Corin Sweat's version of Superman, James Gunn's version of Superman. I should probably move the mic back here when I'm back here. For me, it was too much Justice Gang, too many weird things that don't belong in a Superman movie. Kaiju in a Superman movie that grew from 2 feet tall to 300 feet tall overnight. That was weird, really weird. And I don't know how that belongs in a Superman movie. There were a lot of elements of that Superman movie that kind of felt like the old Super Friends Saturday morning TV show brought to life in some ways, which I guess could be good, but man. Yeah, so anybody that grew up with the Super Friends, and I love the Super Friends, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Super Friends. That movie, in a lot of ways, felt a lot like the Super Friends, had elements in it, but the Super Friends was very cartoonish and made for little kids, and I just don't feel like Corin Sweat's Superman struck that right chord where it got away with both. Yeah, I mean, it was Going Shogi says it wasn't a Superman movie, it was Guardians of the Galaxy starring Superman. Kind of was, but that's the problem with James Gunn. I really enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy. If you love the Super Friends, I love the Super Friends. If you kind of look at the Corin Sweat movie sort of like a Super Friends live action, maybe it's not so bad because look, the Justice League headquarters, the building that's used in the Super Friends Saturday morning cartoon serial, they have that building in real life in the movie, and I kind of like that part of it. But it's just, I don't know, maybe too little too late or something. I don't know. Superman is like a foreign language to O2RR. Well, I didn't understand that. Anyhow, so Supergirl is not tracking particularly well. Doesn't look like it's going to be good. You guys are chiming in saying you're probably not going to go see it. I'm not going to go see it. I don't care. I don't even want to review it. Like, I don't even want to go see it to review it. I just don't. I've got all my friends are going to go see it and review it. Go check Pro's review, Culture's review, Fake Wizards review. That's fine. Let those guys spend the money to go see it. I just don't want to. We'll see Toy Story 5 and we'll figure out the rest later. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree to that. It was not Justice League, it was Justice Gang, but yeah. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who has chimed in here today. That would be O2RR, Kit Kat. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for being so generous with supers. And we got Going Shogi has chimed in too with 5. Guardians of the Galaxy is great, but everything can't be Guardians of the Galaxy. I love cookies too, but I don't want everything I eat to be cookies. Yeah, that would probably be bad for you. So here's the thing with James Gunn and Guardians of the Galaxy. Somehow his personality and his writing style and everything, it just worked out right for that franchise. But making everything into Guardians of the Galaxy, you're right. James Gunn has a flavor, and that flavor is Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's not anything else. But Going Shogi, thank you for chiming in. We will celebrate Go and Shogi. Thank you, Going Shug, for the $5. Appreciate the support. You are awesome. It's 3 out of 5. I don't know if you guys want to chime in the next two and have me try and sing something. But if there are two more, I will take them. But in the meantime, let's see. I wanted to see if I could find this since you said. Let me see. That's on YouTube. That's YouTube. I don't want it on YouTube. I want. Let me see. I'm trying to find the opening dialogue. I have the song in my head. Bum 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 bum. There it is. Okay, you guys ready? You ready? I'm gonna try and do it. And I'll get to the. Okay, Woofle. Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Superman, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Wonder Twins, Zan and Jaina, with their space monkey Gleek. How did I do? How did I do? How did I do? Wilful McGruffle, that makes 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Here is a super chat. Well, Woofle, here is your amazing Cliff. Everybody do the Woofle McGruffle.
Woofle here. Join me. It's time for the Woofle McGruffle Shuffle. Because celebrating takes a bite out of crime.
And Lady Gamester coming in for the win. Goal is achieved. I know you didn't get the thing on your screen where it shoot it up, but we got it. We still got it. Boop, boop, boop. Lady Gamester for the goal. I think that since you chimed in for the goal, we got to give you the culture bang. Oh golly, I want an American flag jumpsuit. No idea for the store run. I don't know that I could do that as a design. I don't even know how I would go about doing that, because the designs have to fit in a certain space. All right, guys, I'm at your disposal now. Just go ahead and put whatever song request you want in the chat. I should be able to see all of them. And I'm going to pick one. Yes, we need a song from your gondola days. Yeah, I don't think you want me to sing Por the Cesti Bocca Bella. I could do it. Por the Cesti Bocca Bella. So yeah, if you have anything in your mind you think you might want me to sing, let me know. Never go full Evel Knievel. Oh, and by the way, who remembers the kids prior to Zan and Jaina, the Wonder Twins? Who remembers what their names were? Because one of them has to do with one of the people that we have here on That Park Place. Come on, say it in the chat. You know you want to. Let's see. I'm going to type it in here. Who? The funny thing is, I only remember the guy's name. Probably hear my typing. Yes. Yes, indeed. There it is. Marvin. Nope, it wasn't Jenna. It was Marvin and Wendy and Wonder Dog. That's right. Marvin. Please sing I'll Make a Jedi Out of You to the tune I'll Make a Man Out of You. Boy, that would be. It has to, no, for this one, it's a song that already exists. I'll make a man out of you. I don't know that song that well either. I'll make a man out of you. I know what the song is from Mulan. And isn't okay, if I remember correctly, the song for Mulan, the I'll Make a Man Out of You, is that not Elliot Page's current theme song? That was mean. Was that mean spirited? I'm trying not to be mean spirited. Yes, there's Zan and Jaina, but it was Marvin and Wendy and Wonder Dog. Oh, We Didn't Start the Fire. That one I know. I will do We Didn't Start the Fire, because We Didn't Start the Fire was one of the songs that we sang for the show that I did in 1992 at the Palace in Six Flags. So if nobody else chimes in, who is roasted, you or Elliot Page? Ellen Page? I'll make a man out of you. All right, guys, we have one vote for We Didn't Start the Fire. Oh, God, that's her testosterone shot theme song. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. Elliot Page catches her. Poor Ellen. Poor Ellen. Wait, Lady Gamester says she suggested one. Oh, I can do When You Wish Upon a Star. That's actually really easy. All right, so we have two. So for the two that we have, Culture Casino couldn't sing it, and now what, the I'll Make a Man Out of You song? I'll make a Jedi out of you. Okay. This is When You Wish Upon a Star. Are you ready, guys? Here we go. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this. I don't think I will, because there's no music playing in the background, but it should be fine. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are, anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dreams, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Fate is kind, she brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. All right, that's When You Wish Upon a Star. Yeah. Walton's avatar trolls her somewhat. So there's When You Wish Upon a Star. Now, We Didn't Start the Fire. That's a whole different ball game. Thank you. All right. We Didn't Start the Fire. This is my second one. I'm doing two. That's how good I am. I'm doing two for you, okay? Let's see. I got to read this in a totally different way than the way I did last one. You ready? Here we go. Bump it, bump, bump, bump. Here I'm gonna do bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg's H-Bomb, Sugar Ray, Parmesan, Brando, the King, and now the Catcher in the Rye. Eisenhower vaccine, England's got a new queen, Machiano, Liberace, Santillon, goodbye. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. This is way lower than it's supposed to be, but I'm sick, so, well, I'm not, I'm trying to fight it off. Ready? Joseph Stalin, Melenkov, Nasser and Prokofiev, Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc, Roy Gunn, Wumperone, Tuscanina, Dacron, DMB and Foo Falls, rock around the clock. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's got a winning team. Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Cruise Chef, Princess Grace, Peyton Place, Trouble in the Suez. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Wow. Okay, this song goes on for a really, really, really long time, but you got some of it there, at least. Ron is a one-man band. Yeah, I try to be. But there you go. There you go. Goal met and goal fulfilled. Guys, thank you so much for being here today, putting up with me single today, and hopefully not single the next time I come back. Tomorrow, okay, so tomorrow we will have a dish show at 3:05. That's the plan, unless all of this explodes. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I get better, not worse, because I got a very important appointment on Friday. I will not be around on Friday. But thank you for coming in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like the video. And we are, there's this, and yeah, check out the merch at the spread shop. I haven't even looked at that lately. Maybe there's a sale going on. Should I check and see if there's a sale? No, doesn't look like there's a sale right now. No sale at the spread shop, but we got great merch over there. And thank you. Yes, prayers for Virginia. She and I are both down for the count right now. So yeah, it's a household that hopefully is on the mend, and that's what we need. But yeah, plan is to be back tomorrow, hopefully with the panel, and we got a lot to cover. More about specifically about park stuff. My take, just so you guys know, on the whole, and I think Vash was really covering it today, the transportation from Disney Springs. Even with that, there are workarounds. People are going to figure out the workarounds, because if you're local and you live here, you're going to want to figure out the workarounds. I'm just saying. But besides that, I do think it's a good idea. I've never taken a bus from Disney Springs, but the boats, on the other hand, I really like to be able to take the boats over to French Quarter and Riverside. And I think that stinks not to be able to take the boats over there, because a lot of times, maybe I want a snack at the quick service at a resort, because there are certain things you can only get at quick service at resorts. And you can't get them anywhere else. So it kind of sucks to take away from that, like the beignets, for example. But it is what it is, and we'll figure out ways to get there. Until tomorrow's show, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody that chimed in. Go and Shogi, thank you so much. O2RR, Lady Gamester, Wolf of McGruffle, Kit Kat, everybody. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, probably a heck of a lot more than you know, or I'm able to always express it. Truly do appreciate you guys. Yeah, well, hopefully you guys want more, and I can give you that.
Is that everyone? Like you wanted more?
I know. For more, we'll be back tomorrow. But until then, thank you so much. And until next time, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.